Hackenstone from where he'd been drinking, because you said, well, we at least want to check out where exactly his quest is and probably take his quests. Although, now that we know where it is, it's going to take longer than we were warned about from some time people. But, it doesn't look like we have any choice in the matter because we're not going to be able to make it there to the other place in time with any means that we have that we are aware of. Unless, of course, we can move from one point to another immediately, sort of thing. Torin, then, after having received some information that he would have been out of the port for originally, and therefore wouldn't have gotten originally in the original timeline, arrived to him, and finding that information out, he knew he had to leave the party because something came up for him. Something very, very important. And he made you guys all a nice meal and told you all his goodbyes. And I believe that's where we left off because we had a short session last time.
Yep, and sometime during that dinner after he left, Jasper went to her room with a mug and probably a bottle.
So Hugh, meanwhile, has given you the information that the location of the mines are all the way down south end of the peninsula / island, called the Cobalt Mountains.
Yep. It's going to take us quite a bit to get there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What a dragon.
Asteria is just like sitting at the table with the rest of them and just like, man, I kind of hope Jasper's going to be okay because they just came back to life and now he had to leave.
Yeah, I hope they will be. Both of them.
I think we were having the dinner like closer to night, correct?
That would be yes.
Okay. Yeah, Asteria will just get done eating and go off to her room. I think would be this one. I don't know if that's somebody else's room and they've already laid claim to it. Just tell me and I'll move to a different one.
Which one was it?
I moved her token down there. I can't remember whose fucking room is whose.
I don't know. I think I had 11 though. Oh, well, Arya did.
I'll fucking move it. I'll move Jasper to 10 then.
Okay.
I was there.
I could like. There's 2 11s. Wait, no, there's 3 11s. What the fuck?
Well, I had the corner 11 because it had the bigger bed, and I had a little one, and being a bigger person.
Okay, yeah. I'll move Jasper to 10 then.
All right.
Just move her down to the bottom one.
Yeah.
All right. Arya will probably go check on Jasper. She'll just kind of slightly knock at the door, like, Jasper, are you all right?
He opens the door, very drunk. Yes. What do you need, Arya?
I was just checking up. You seemed a little upset earlier, and she'll kind of start poking her index fingers together. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. You know.
I will be. Just give me time. And she'll just close the door.
You'll probably find Run down in his hold working on some potions.
She's just going to drink and cry until she goes to sleep.
David is going to move back to his side of the room with the floor mats.
Aria's gonna just kind of stare at the closed door in her face before going to her room with little one, and she'll take out a sheet of paper and her pen and start writing another letter. This one to her sister.
I feel so bad.
Good
Nut.
night, Jim Bob.
Yeah, Asteria's probably just like playing a tune in her room until she gets tired enough to go to sleep. Giving Jasper some good, like, feel good music. The other side of the wall. Oh, fuck, where's our guest gonna sleep?
We have plenty of mats over here.
Yeah, the dwarf seems to be undisturbed by the idea of sleeping on a ship. He pretty much just finds one of the empty hammocks and curls down into it.
But as soon as we all awake in the morning, Jasper will just open the door and say to one of these two that are out here, go get me Run.
What's Run been doing with his potions?
Well, hopefully making some health potion.
All right.
So if I could be able to do an alchemist check.
Sure.
Give me just a second here. Sometimes roll 20 just goes so slow. Alchemist.
Ooh.
Now, most likely, I'd probably only have time to make 2. Because he would still need to get some rest.
Yep. Looks like you have enough for that. Actually, that would be an Arcana check, by the way, Run. The thing you're whispering me about.
Magic item.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Except that it's not exactly that, so I think Arcana would still work for it.
Okay.
History, it makes sense if you're doing if you're checking on a magic item that was created, like specifically, instead of an item that has magic in it. All right. You already had this item listed in your inventory. Yeah, you do. It. Just look at the bag of beans list.
Okay.
You already have a list of what it
He
can
has
do.
a bean?
Yes, he has a bean.
Oh, shit.
Everybody, he has a bean.
There's a
Yes,
bean.
but
I
does
have
anyone
a
else know
bean
this?
and I'm not afraid to use it.
Just don't eat the bean.
Hopefully.
I always flick the bean.
What is the bean?
That could go so many different ways.
So many ways.
Of course, a man would ask that.
We're not
Like I
picking the
said,
bean.
Well, the next question is, of course, is where to find the bean.
Yes,
you
the
know.
thing is, none of the rest of you know that he has a bean now, do they?
No.
No.
I think he
Jasper?
told me so.
I would-
No.
So
Wait. I think
there-
Jasper would still have the bean that she got because she didn't use it until later on. I still have a bean.
So it's a roll on a D100. See what it does.
Correct.
Oh no.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Thank you very much.
Putting in my inventory bean.
All right, so I will add 2 normal heal potions to my inventory.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, for the time being, I guess I'm being summoned.
Whenever we all wake up, so you'll probably be woken up by one of the crewmates.
All right, so he'll just put it back into his pocket, turn to Floof and nods, and he turns invisible and rides up onto Run's shoulder.
Come out on the main deck.
Don's probably going to get with Rhea and see if she wants to make some breakfast for everybody.
He would have told you to come to Jasper's room.
Arya's up, open. Imagine when Erden opens the door, Arya is also about to open the door, so there's like a tug of war for a minute before the door eventually opens.
Well, since technically you're both trying to open it the same direction, one of you push, one of you pull, it means it opens a lot faster than either of you expected.
It's a
Cracking the
revolving
nose.
door.
Arya looks over at Erden like, good morning.
Morning. I'm gonna see if I'm to the kitchen and make some breakfast for everybody. Maybe you can teach me how to cook, not just regular roasted rabbit over a campfire.
Right. Yes, cooking. Yeah, let's do that. Kitchen. Where's the kitchen? Usually I just give people good berry.
Oh God.
Oh no.
So I'm guessing that I would go to Jasper's room since she's the one that had the crew member summons him.
I assumed this would be the kitchen, but yeah, as soon as Run comes to her door and knocks, she'll open it, and she looks in a state. Like, hair all sorts of a mess, reeking of fucking alcohol, tear stains down her face.
He takes a deep sigh.
I have a couple of tasks for you. Go and tell our guest that it will be a couple more days until we head out. We're still taking the job but just due to unfortunate, unforeseen circumstances, we will be delayed. Get anything else we need for the ship, and just make sure everyone stays far away from my door.
Run just nods without saying a word, with a look of understanding.
Much appreciated. And she will close the door, and like you kind of hear a thud and like a slide down the door, and you can probably imagine she just like kind of put her back to the door and slid down into the floor.
Run just kind of sighs and slumps his shoulders, looking to where he feels floof on his shoulder. This is going to be bad. There's things that we must do, but we won't make it to the meeting point in time. And he just turns and he heads to find the guest and to relay the message.
Meeting point?
Oh, where we're supposed to meet the demigod at?
Oh yeah, we wouldn't make it there even if we forego the dragon task.
Meanwhile, Arya has finally found a kitchen, and she's scrounging around. She looks over to Erden. People like potatoes for breakfast, don't they?
Potatoes are good any time of the day.
Yeah.
Mash them,
Eggs?
boil them, stick them in a stew.
Oh my god.
Oh, we can make a stew. Stews are easy. You just throw everything together.
That works for me.
All right. We're,
Stew for morning.
Arya kind of claps her hands together, like, let's make a stew then. Stew for breakfast, stew for lunch, and stew for dinner.
We're gonna get food
Is
poisoning.
it goat stew, considering how much goat you guys have?
Yes, goat, potato, maybe a few of the vegetables, like maybe some of the in the general produce. I would imagine there's some root vegetables like potatoes, carrots, good long shelf items, bit of salt. What do you need me to roll anything for a stew?
Just survival, or unless you have cooking utensils, which place it was cooking.
I don't, but I can roll survival.
Oh no.
But I am so glad I have such a high modifier.
That'd be an advantage because our Dawn's helping.
Yes, actually.
Yay.
That's good.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh no.
I am incredibly average in the kitchen.
It will at least fill bellies. It's just nothing. It's filling. Let's just leave it at that.
It's not good, but it's not bad either.
it's
Just,
average.
It's
food.
not quite at Army MRE.
Bless you.
Certainly no gourmet either.
That's a spice that hits you in the back of the throat.
Arya's gonna look at Erden like, I think we need something more next time.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of time. She'll kind of clap her hand together again. Like, and we serve this very average stew.
Asteria seems to enjoy it. In real life, my mouth is burning right now because I just ate a hot pork rind and this fucking spice is kicking me in the back of the throat.
Ha.
Whenever we go to like put the bowls out, wherever we're serving everything, I'm just like walking around the ship beating a pan together or something.
Oh, Jasper's gonna love that. How much money do I have? I don't think I ever wrote down my gold then. Shit.
For no money,
Gold
I'm
is a
broke.
hard have. I think it's like
Maria's gonna look over to Erden like, do you think they have cookbooks here?
Actually thinking about that. Maybe we should get a cookbook.
Yeah.
we already went over this. They don't have any books in this fucking city.
Yeah, if you want a good library, those of you who've been to, I've probably heard that Orin is the closest location with a good library.
Yeah. Arya kind of hums like, I know my daddy cooked a lot, but I was never in the kitchen for that. I only tasted the food he had. Maybe we should eat more food to see if we can get recipes that way.
Hurt.
Would Run know where the churches and chapels are in town?
In the port,
Yes.
roll a history check.
Also, would Asteria maybe know any recipes like history check or something?
Sure.
No. What is it about the fucking food that we keep rolling twos?
What happened? What happened in the other timeline? Though ended up outperforming Erdon.
I don't.
Yeah. I think I rolled like a 6 or whatever I
So
tried to make, and then
Astoria
you rolled
can't
like
remember
an
any
18.
recipes offhand, and Run remembers seeing an area with various temples in town, especially to Severus, Gond, Soon, and okay, why am I spacing on a name? Was Roos. There we go.
Okay, repeat those names again.
Severus, Gond, Soon, and Woos.
And these are the gods?
These are temples for gods, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
he's
Grizz,
gonna-
so sorry, there's an echo and I'm getting distracted right now. I know in kind of in the past timeline that Nguyen and Arya had found a bakery. Would Arya remember where this bakery is?
Yeah.
All right, so Arya's gonna look to her and like, do you want to go get a pastry? I feel like I have a bit of a sweet tooth after the stew. Maybe we
Sure.
could get Jasper one. Maybe that'll cheer her up.
Yeah. Worth a shot, I guess. Yeah, we'll roll into town.
All right. Arya will, of course, bring little one with her. And where she goes, little one goes.
So, what are your plans about the temples and such there?
Well, first, he's going to try something. And he knows that the person he wants to see really don't want to see him, much less have him in the town.
Oh no.
No. Why do we keep doing?
So he sneaks off the ship and heads into town.
Roll your sneak.
Don't
Oh,
we-
you did. Yeah, nobody noticed you leave.
Like they ever.
Hey, you roll low sometimes.
Once in a blue moon.
David is going to attempt to fish off the ship.
All right, you can give me a survival check then, David.
Pull up the character sheet.
So one group member is getting pastries. One group member is snuck off. One group member is currently fishing. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, I'm just staring off over at the ocean, wondering what the next step will be.
Technically, you
for
don't see
our
the
adventure.
ocean from here. You're looking at the Gulf of Azure.
Oh, okay, the Gulf then. The bay,
Yeah.
watching the ships come in and go out.
Yeah, because the bay hooks up to the Gulf. It goes down south towards the strait, and then it goes west, well far away from the port. It goes up the coast west, and then you get into the ocean.
Gotcha.
Stereo would probably notice Aria and Erdon leaving, and she'll just head off to town with them.
Aria notices Asteria, and still her being a new person, capitalize for emphasis. She's going to kind of stick closer to Erdon and Little One.
It's fine. Stereo's just kind of like satyr skipping her way through the city with you guys. So where are we going?
We're off to see the baker.
Ooh, pastries.
Off to see the baker, the wonderful, wonderful baker.
I'm gonna get a muffin. Yes.
Muffins sound delicious. Honestly, some tarts do too. Ooh, or croissants. She just like starts going on a tangent about pastries and just like naming all these different ones and just like getting more and more excited at each one.
Don's just like, I've eaten my fair share of bugs.
Maybe they'll have a beetle pastry.
Maybe.
Who knows? It's a weird place.
Maria's just looking between Erdon and Asteria like, what? Why would you ruin pastries with bugs?
Some people like bugs. I even heard that they put them in candy.
Maria's face is... It looks like she's loading her expression. Like, just like, kind of... Her eyes are looking back and forth between Erdon and Asteria. Her mouth slightly open as she's trying to formulate a response to that.
In my travels, I've actually seen a lollipop that had a scorpion in it. Never tried one.
I've eaten one of those. Real life.
I have not.
Me neither.
Real quick. The bakery. Was it a street stall?
I think so.
Okay,
I can't
good.
remember.
That's what I thought. I was like looking through and going, I don't see bakery ads. And then I remembered, oh yeah, there is one particular character of mine that does do bakery stuff that shows up, and I can suddenly mark it down. All right.
Ooh, donuts.
So roll an investigation check.
All right. Investigation.
You touch it. I'm not touching it.
Would that be with advantage since I've been there before?
Sure.
Or is it a... Ah, it's a 14.
Like, give me a minute, because I'm trying to find my notes on it.
Alright.
Yeah, because I remember Aria and Ewan went there before, right?
Yeah, we had just gone to like a little kind of... I think it was mostly in roleplay or something. Just like a little bakery. Before we got all the
Maybe.
plushes, not the ones with the plush. I think.
Oh yeah, I think that's where y'all got lost.
Yeah.
You can continue to roleplay while I'm searching.
Okay. Aria will look between Erden and
And as soon
Asteria.
as soon as I say that, I find the page.
Yeah.
There we go. So as you're looking around, it takes you a little bit longer than you thought. You're about ready to give up, and you're traveling again through the market district, when you notice a colorful colorful stall display, set up once more, with purple drapery, and you can kind of detect the smell of cooked cupcakes and other edible goodies. As you look around, you see that there is a stall set up, claiming it to be Carly's Cupcakes. Behind the counter is a woman with purple eyes and hair that is striped both pink and blue, standing behind it. She has an array of cupcakes and other what looks to be some kind of cookies, like set up on the countertop. Behind her, on a little like a little table with also draped with a purple cloth, is, well, it seems to be emanating the smell. It almost looks like some kind of stove, except that it doesn't seem to be emitting fire, just a little bit of smoke or steam. And it looks like the cupcake smell is coming from there. And she smiles after handing off a cupcake to a little girl, and she spots you. Ah, hello. We've met before, haven't we?
Aria kind of nods a bit, like, yeah. I want we want more cupcakes. Yes.
Ah, I thought you might. So, what kind of cupcakes are you interested in?
Do you have any that are safe for she'll pat little one on the head.
Well, definitely not the chocolate ones now. Chocolate's not good for most creatures. For some reason, it cooks really well for a lot of people, though.
He might like the one with the bugs.
I have bug ones. That's interesting. I do not, but I do have ones with fish. Are you interested in ones with fish?
I'll take one with fish and two with chocolate. And Aria holds up her 3 fingers.
All right.
Erden, do you want any?
She goes to her displays and starts pulling out the various cupcakes.
No, thank you. I'm not really usually one for sweets.
Okay.
Well, the fish cupcakes are so good they now sell them all the way up north. There's a little bakery that bought the recipe off me.
As a character choice for Asteria, I have just decided that she is going to be absolutely obsessed with sweets, so she's going to pull out a handful of gold and just say, I'll take one of everything.
She grins wide. And soon you have what looks like a baker's dozen of cupcakes of various kinds.
Jeez.
And some of them are even nicely decorated in pink and blue swirls.
Maria looks at one of those like, do you think Ren will like Mr. Ren will like a cupcake?
I imagine so. It kind of hits me as one that has a sweet tooth.
Can I get one of the blue and blue and pink swirled one for him? And,
Sure.
Oh.
Would you like to try one?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
She gives you what looks to be about a fourth of one with a little bit of frosting on top of it.
Arya kind of licks it tentatively before taking a small bite.
The flavor is probably something that your character has never had before, but
Mhm.
you in real life would probably recognize this to be cotton candy flavored.
Her eyes kind of widen a bit, like, this is a very. She takes a small bite. I. This is interesting. It's very sweet. It's
Oh, they're quite a delight with children. I imagine gnomes love them too.
yes. And Arya will finish eating the rest. Like, I don't know if I like it or not. I it's interesting, very strange. Not like what I've ever had before.
Oh, have you ever been to a carnival, dear?
No, I never went out of the forest until, well, recently.
Well, you must go to one when you can. You'll find a taste in there if it's a really nice carnival. Not like that, but almost like a cloud.
Cloud. They make clouds.
Edible clouds.
That sounds. And she'll trail off, her eyes just kind of glazing over just a little bit as she's trying to imagine what that could taste like.
It tastes a lot like that. And she gestures at the cupcake.
Oh.
As they've been talking, Asteria is just stuffing her face with cupcakes after cupcake.
Dawn stares at Asteria concerningly.
She'll just like hold out a half-eaten cupcake. Want one?
Like, take a pinch off of it and try it. It's just-
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright. That all we came for? Or does everybody want to go look anywhere else in town?
Maybe do you think they'll have that egg I was looking for? We could ask. I want little one to be able to speak. I think there's a spell. I think I have it. That would. I've heard about it. It would allow me to awaken him.
The woman leans forward and says, "Are you talking about awakening, dear?"
I'm sorry, Grizz. Could you repeat that?
She asks if you're asking about the awakening spell.
Arya nods. Like, I think I finally have the power to cast it. Though it feels like I need something. I'm kind of getting an idea. I think I read once on a gate. I think it has to be like 1,000 gold pieces worth. But I really want to awaken my little one here, and she'll pat little one. Then we can talk about silly things, like friends do. Without me not wasting, but using a spell slot.
Let's GM.
Sure,
What's that item again? I can't remember offhand.
It's at a gate worth 1,000 gold pieces, which the spell consumes for awaken.
Oh, an agate. Oh, sorry.
Oh, agate.
I was sitting there going, gate? What gate? Like, oh, right, there's a stone called an agate.
Oh, my awful pronunciation strikes again.
I'm bad. I'm terrible at pronunciation, too, and I often don't hear things properly.
Hey, it's perfectly okay. I'm going to chalk it up to a neurodivergent thing.
Everything's a neurodivergent thing. Just blame it on ADHD.
When in doubt, blame it on a mental condition.
My teachers did. Why not?
Mine just blamed it on me being a bad kid. Except for whenever I was reading, and then they're like, "You need to pay attention." And I'm like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm reading a book. I'm being completely
Because they
silent."
don't teach how ADHD people learn.
No.
the types of teaching people do is for neurotypicals, not neurodivergents.
Yeah. And
Yep.
I was homeschooled, so I had no one to socialize. So
Ooh.
so I learned how all these words through books. So I don't actually know the pronunciation. Then
That makes you
every
very
time
smart.
oh Lord.
I feel that though. Like there's so many words that like I read,
if I'm
and
setting
I'm
your
like, I don't know how to
pronunciation
pronounce this
differently
shit.
from you, it's not meant to be a slight or anything in that nature. It means that I wasn't understanding what you were saying until I say something,
Yeah.
until I say it back and go, oh, that's what I call it.
Oh no, that's perfectly all right.
And I get. That's why I wasn't figuring out what you were saying.
Yeah.
No, it's perfectly all right. As
So.
as I said, I am.
Because I do the same thing. There's like a lot of words where I didn't realize that that's how that's pronounced, and I'll hear it and not until I get into context, or if I am reading a book and then listen to the audiobook of it, then I was like, oh.
Yeah, and I said, growing up with just my family, all I would get for teased, and never actually anyone telling me, "Hey, this is how you pronounce it." Not you're just all I got was you're pronouncing it wrong. I'm like,
Fox
well,
pass.
that's what it means in my head. That's what it's pronounced like in my head.
It took me forever to realize that's what people the word written was what was pronounced faux pas for the longest time. Didn't know that.
Yep.
French is funny.
I have had that struggle. Not with that particular word.
I still
but
pronounce it
just
fox
with
pass in my
other
head
words.
when I'm reading it, even though I know it when I'm hearing it. It's faux pas.
I know, right? Anyway, let's go back to D&D. Less French, more D&D.
Let's go into the Irish names. Shaban.
No.
Oh, Furlough?
Oh,
I can
I'm
never
not
get it
sure
right.
Syobin.
And at this
I
point-
look at it when I'm reading it in my head and go Syobin, and I know it's pronounced Shaban.
We're killing Run Smalls over here.
Sorry.
One that's French is just hors d'oeuvres, and I'm like, horse divorce?
It drives me nuts when people pronounce Irish words wrong, and I know, like Samhain. People pronounce it Samhain. It is not Samhain. It is Samhain. Oh.
I've heard Sam Hain too, but like
Yes.
I've also just saw Win.
Ah, then I know how that. When I'm seeing that written down, I know that's how it's pronounced now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That makes sense.
Halloween, motherfuckers. That's how we say it. It's Halloween. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same night.
Well, technically, it's not really the same thing. Halloween is
Yeah, it's not
technically
the same thing.
All right,
but
all right.
It's the same
Christian
night, same
holiday.
holiday.
We know the difference between Samhain and Halloween. Can we go back to D&D, please?
Yes, because
We'll be here all
needs
night.
to make some purchases.
We'll be here all night. But Arya nods like, oh yes, I need an agate.
How many gold is that for the cupcakes, though?
Oh, she just took the let's see. She charged for this anyway. How much gold did you give her?
I just pulled out like a handful and said I'll take one of each. So I didn't like hand it to her. I was just like prepared to pay as much as it took.
Shut up and take my money, huh?
Yeah, she just took them and didn't give you any change back.
Okay, we'll just
Gave
say
you
that I
one
gave
of
her
each, and a container to hold them in.
Arya's still purchasing, so.
So you need an agate, and it has to be of a value of 1,000 gold pieces.
Arya nods like, yes, I've been saving up for it really, really hard. I really want to talk to little one and him talk back to me.
Or we could try to find a spell scroll that would be maybe more expensive or maybe cheaper or the same amount. Who knows?
Look at the baker, and would you happen to know of any shops or people in the city that deal with stones or?
I don't
Anything
know
of that
anybody
nature?
specifically, but there are plenty of shops around here. They pretty much sell everything. Kind of like goes an eye around. But you're looking for stones, right?
Arya nods.
You know,
Well-
there's a lot of mines on this island, right?
Do you think they have agate mines?
Maybe there's agate that was dug up with some other mine. You won't know until you go to a mine now, would you?
And we are going to a
She
mine.
kind of rubs her chin thoughtfully and leans forward with a whisper. I've heard rumors that some fire newts down south might have some.
Okay. Now player question. The fire newts are around where the Cobalt Mountain Range are?
She's implying that, yeah.
Okay. So, would Arya be smart enough to make the connection? No, all she knows is like, oh, we're going to a mine. Like she leans back. They say we're gonna fight a dragon.
Oh,
It sounds dangerous.
it is. But you know what a trick to dragon is?
Don't poke it when it's sleeping.
Well, there's that too. Flattery can get you a lot of goodwill with dragons.
Oh, a flattery, like yeah. After all, Arya kind of puts a hand over her chest. Like, I'm not as important, you know. They're more important than my needs. Like when I was a child. Yeah, we could. Yeah, I don't want to feel like that again. But if they'll get me a agate so I can awaken little one. She nods.
Asteria will just kind of stop eating and just be like, "Wait, who told you that?"
Oh, the bad men. Well, maybe not told, more implied. I don't like to remember it those days. I don't like it. She shakes her head firmly.
We don't listen to the bad people. But I'll leave it there since you don't want to talk about it. But we don't listen to them.
She nods. It's like, I know. Daddy said that he hit them on the head with his mace.
Rightfully so. Good on him.
I hope he hit him very hard.
I don't know. Papa wouldn't let me see what they looked like afterwards. They just took me home. But anyway, dragons, flattery. I guess they're like the bad men again. But I don't think they'll be like the Utai back at Omu.
Asteria has been in the city before. Would she happen to know of like a jeweler where an agate may be?
Roll a history check.
3 30 20.
Filthy, 20.
What? Ew. No.
You know about the jewel market. It's kind of like a smaller version of the grand market you're currently in, because it deals with jewels, especially out of the mines. However, because of your things, you know that the market is also very much secured against pickpockets and thieves. There's lots of guards and spies and potential spies around. Then everybody there has to work through Merchant Prince Xanthi, because they happen to have the monopoly on jewels.
Would I know if they have agate there? Specifically one worth 1,000 gold.
Hold on 1 second.
That looks like somebody we haven't pissed off yet.
Yet.
Yeah. With this group, it's always a yet.
Just introduce Run. I'm sure that'll help.
Right. He'll
Well, it's
try to
less
fucking
us
pickpocket
more
somebody.
Ron, and they're pissed off at us for association.
Ah.
Well, that too, but yeah, he would probably try to fucking pickpocket somebody and then get caught. That's typically when his low rolls come in.
I
Nice.
know he hasn't already.
This is very true.
One second, I'm trying to find the right information about jewels and gems. But even though I've got the Dungeon Master's Guide on my Roll20, it doesn't have an individual listing for gems. I think it's under treasure or something like that.
Which would, like you said that it's kind of like guarded, so does that mean that like regular people just can't walk in and like go shopping?
It's probably pretty difficult, but not impossible.
I mean, I got that charisma.
And
I can probably
and since you haven't been there, you have no way of knowing if they have an agate worth 1,000 gold.
She'll just turn to Aria. I think I know of a place that we can get an agate before we go down to the mines. Or I definitely know a place where we can try to get a spell scroll.
Let's try the. Let's go to the market first, and then maybe. I don't know. I forget the merchant prince's name, but I don't think Aria remember his. No, she would remember his name because it just was a few days ago that she sold her statue for it. Like, if I had known, I could have. If he would have a scroll for Awaken, I could have traded the statuette for that instead of getting the gold.
I don't know if he has a scroll for Awaken, but if there's going to be somebody in the city that has one, I'm going to bet he would be it. And he was pretty nice to me.
Yeah, I hope he's nice. Have I been there with Ren? I think so. I don't. Oh no, I was with Mr. Torin, and he got upset. I hope he doesn't hold that against me.
How about you stay here for a minute, or just stay out of his eyesight? I'll go over, see if he has a scroll. If he doesn't, then we go to the market.
How about we just go?
I can at least see how much the scroll is.
Let's go to the market first and then do that just in case, because it might be charged and I can cast the spell. I just need the material. And the spell scroll, I think it might be a little more than the agate itself. You see, Aria.
Market sounds more interesting anyway.
True. All right, let's go.
Out of character, did we buy the fire resistance potion?
We talked about it. I don't know if we ever did.
Don't remember anybody.
I thought we did.
No, we bought health potions from him.
Like I said, I remember we talked about it, but I don't know if any of us actually like got the price of one and paid the gold for it.
I don't think that I've left the ship since discussing it.
If I had, I would have gone ahead and put it in my inventory so I didn't forget. So I'm going to go with probably not.
Okay.
Sworn we did, but oh well. That was like a couple of weeks ago. I know we discussed it.
We'll have to go back through the chat and see if like we actually did or not. Or like if somebody messaged Grizz and asked for a price and paid it. If we didn't do that, then I'm gonna figure that we didn't get them. But anyway, to the jewel market.
Yep. Lead the way.
She will loop her arm with Ardon and with Aria and make her way to get jewels.
Oh, hang on. Before they go, like, I need to pay for the cupcakes.
I think I paid enough for the cupcakes, and then just pull her away.
Aria will be like, oh, okay. She gets dragged away.
She took a lot of my gold. It's fine.
Are you forcing us to all skip along now?
She's skipping in between the two of you, so if you choose to skip along with her, then sure.
Aria looks over to Erden and it's Malf's help. She keep getting dragged along.
Well, you guys are skipping along to the jewel market. What is Run doing exactly?
mayhem.
That's besides the point.
No, no.
No, seriously though, Run is going to go up to the booth with the magic merchant prince.
Give me a second.
This is gonna go so bad.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
That booth is currently not open. He's not there today.
Oh, snap.
Ooh.
He kind of asked around. Has anyone seen the a merchant prince here?
Someone kind of like looks over at you and says, "Well, he does have other business. He doesn't always open his stall. He is, after all, the most influential prince of all of them."
I was hoping to purchase this stuff, and I know that he would rather me get out of his town, and the quicker I can get my supplies, the better. Would you happen to know where I can be able to buy some dust of dryness?
Mm, I'm afraid I do not. Why are you looking for such a thing?
Uh, well, we're going to be going on a mission soon, and need to stock up on some supplies that we will need. Technically, we'll be going on two missions. Uh, One is to battle a dragon, and the next mission is the one of more dire importance, which is well, um, we are to deal with the soulmonger.
The guy that you're talking to is just giving you a blank look. They're like, it's sort of look that you interpret it as, why is this gnome talking to me? And should I back away slowly or just let him talk? Because you've seen this look before in other people and know what it
Well,
means.
he did ask what I needed such a thing for. And he just shrugs and he kind of tries to. Well, that's a bust. Maybe I should just go. Oh, I know. He thinks for a moment. Did he see the iron ship still in dock?
No, that's already left.
Oh, so the transport guild's already gone?
Yeah, that's it's been a few days.
Oh, okay. Because he meant to go to them and try to broker a deal to where he could get a message to his guild and perhaps have some items sent to him. Well, I guess that's a bust for Run then. Well, I guess he'll just go back to the ship then.
Okay. Anyone else not going to the to the jeweler want to do something?
Last Dovit said he was shooting, and now he said I'll be right back. But Michael, would you like to do anything?
I'm still just on the ship, just watching the ships leave and go at the bay.
You're just having a nice chill day.
Yeah, just just preparing myself mentally for what's to come, as well as
Preparing yourself mentally to go on a death trip. Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds about right.
Just enjoying what little peace you have left.
Yeah. Especially since after being told, you died and we came back in time and yeah, all that fun stuff. Yeah, just kind of
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, contemplating everything and just enjoying a second chance. Hopefully.
Contemplating the nature of reality.
Mm-hmm.
She took that really well. He could have gone into like a full-blown panic attack and just like, what?
Very true.
Just stares off into space, trying not to have a fucking existential crisis.
That's a little just hard to do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, there is something that, well, he's going to wait till he can use the coin for that. Never mind.
Anyway. On to the jewelry...
The jewel district?
The jewel market. Several big guards, lizard folk type, stand in front of the entrance to the jewel market. They eye you suspiciously.
Asteria, motherfuck, that's gonna keep happening at random. Asteria will unloop her arms from the other two and kind of just like walk up to the guards and like clasping her hands behind her back and like swaying on her hooves back and forth a little bit. She'd be like, "Hi, so I'm looking to buy some gems. Am I gonna be allowed through here?"
Roll persuasion check.
Do persuasion.
And the guard looks over at the others with you. As long as you do not cause any trouble, go on in.
Oh no, we would never. And she'll motion to the other two, just be like, "Come on, let's go."
All right. Arya kind of, bends her head down, trying not to be noticed as she walks in with a little one,
So
holding
go ahead. Keep talking.
holding the little one, against her. While they speak.
So you go in and you see the occasional other guardly types wandering through, along with well-dressed individuals. You see various proper Starfront. They're still stalls, as compared to a big city up north, or even the ones in the south, in another continent. But these are definitely well-maintained, rich, and all of that. And you see various cases with jewelry and gemstones of various colors and sizes and shapes. You even see the occasional pearls of white and black. Various gems, topaz, and these transparent blue crystals that are just very pretty. In some places, you do see jewelry with bits of rose quartz, and even a kind of a blue-greenish zirconium.
Asteria will just be walking through, keeping her eyes open for Agate or walking into some stalls and just asking the shopkeepers if they might have anything like that.
And some of them do have agate, but it's all this rather banded agate and eye agate, very inexpensive little jewels that have like holes drilled into them to be strung on necklaces. Nothing like the agate that
we would need.
Area described to you.
Okay.
As you come out of one stall, you see the woman whose picture I posted a little bit ago, walking through with a pair of guards at her sides. It's an older woman who looks very important.
I'll approach her, but make sure to like stay at a safe distance to like not alarm the guards, and just kind of give her a bow.
She stops and surveys you.
Yes, I have a question for you. Hopefully you might be able to point me in the right direction. I'm looking for an agate worth at least 1,000 gold for a friend of mine. Would you happen to know where I might be able to find one of those?
Perhaps, child. Are you a merchant come to do business?
Sure.
Tell me what kind of stone you're looking for.
Just the agate for right now.
Well, most agates are very cheap, and you wouldn't be asking me about them if a cheap agate was all you wanted.
No, I'm not really looking for the cheap one. Just looking for a rather expensive one, actually. Probably
But
quite a good
expensive
size.
has no real, shall we say, word compared to the cut and clarity and how it looks. So what kind of agate are you looking for?
Do I know of one that would be worth 1,000?
Give me a history check?
What about Arya for considering I would imagine she has.
Did Arya walk up there to overhear the conversation, or is she just hanging back?
She's moving a little closer, keeping little one at her side.
Well, since you need the agate in there, what does it describe in the book? Does this say
It
price,
just
or
says-
does it say
It
any...
just says price, so agate worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Alright, so how does an agate look, other than the two that I see described in my book? Because I want to give some more depth to this, instead of just saying agate. Because there's two kinds of agates listed in the book, and both of them are very, very cheap.
It'd probably be like a bigger chunk of agate, at least like in real life. I know of one agate that if a bigger chunk of it would be worth probably like $1,000, and it's the Kentucky agate. It's a red banded Kentucky agate. It's fucking crazy expensive for bigger chunks of it.
The official state rock. Interesting. Kentucky agate photo gallery. Ooh. Yeah, I think a stone like that with all those cool bands inside would probably be something good for awakening.
Yeah.
Is a dendritic agate or a plenitude stone the most valuable form of agate?
The Kentucky agate, the more red that it has in it, the more expensive it is.
So there's your answer. You're looking for a red agate of some kind.
All right.
I will relay that information. Well, Maria will relay that information to her since she's the one looking for it. And I don't know shit with that history check.
I will kind of sorry, it's she takes a deep breath, it's a red agate. I need it for a spell component to awaken my companion here. I'll press my pat little one on the head.
The woman
A
kind of
very
flicks her eyes to the axe beak for a moment and then back to you. Fascinating. Those are quite expensive.
I
And at the moment, very rare indeed, as the mind that had them has been, shall we say, overrun with fire newts.
I have the coin.
I do have one. Unfortunately, it's not for sale. However, it can be traded for a favor.
And what favor would that be?
Well, and she kind of puts her arms around it. Unfortunately, it's that sort of favor that a merchant can provide. Unless you have contacts with some mercenaries who are willing to do some dangerous work.
It's whenever Erdon will stand or walk up. I am their bodyguard.
Ah, excellent.
If anyone would have connections with mercenaries, it would be him.
She kind of nods at her bodyguards and then pulls out some paper, pulls out like a quill or something along those lines, and starts jotting a few things down, and pulls out her seal and kind of presses it to the paper, and then hands it over to Asteria. Bring this to the harbor master, Zindar. He will be able to point you in the way of put you on at least the trail of a group of ruthless pirates that have been bothering the harbor as of late. If you are able to take care of them, I will part with the last of my fire agates.
I think that could be done.
Yes, thank you.
Sarah will bow to her again and look at the other two and start to walk out of the Jewel District.
Maria will also bow quite low, actually, probably lower than Asteria, and hurry up after her with little one behind her.
Erdon will just back away slowly, staring at everybody.
Maria will kind of get halfway, and then she'll look over like, you coming?
Yeah, and then back with everybody.
All right.
First, gonna head back to the ship. Talk to everybody about it got another fucking job of pirates.
Hey, we can do it kind of, in the few days it takes for us to get supplies.
That is true,
Maybe.
because
Well,
Jasper's not coming out of her room anytime soon.
Technically, you guys already got supplies. You did that like 2-3 sessions ago.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm just going off what
You guys have
Jasper
been
told
here a
Run.
while.
Well, we can do it on the way to clearing out the fire. No, I don't think the fire newts and the red dragon are the same thing.
No, they're not. But it's basically an alternative suggestion for how to get your fire agate. Now that we
True.
have a good name for it, it's
Uh,
called a
ag-
fire
fire-
agate.
Fire
Which
agate.
which explains why the fire newts like it. See, it fits together. The most expensive type of agate's a red agate. They would probably call it a fire agate. It makes sense as to why the fire newts like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes together.
Hell, we may find a big ass agate in the Dragon's Hoard. Who
Probably.
knows?
Or the mine itself that it inhabits.
I mean, like, we might as well, even if we say, oh, we don't actually need the agate, but, we could earn some goodwill, though. We need some goodwill.
It's true.
With at least one of the merchant princes. Like, oh, so we ended up clearing out the fire newts, B, clearing out the pirates, and because we cleared out the fire newts, we've actually found an agate, but that should, bring trade about again.
As Asteria is on the way back to the ship, she's eating more cupcakes. Happy with her work, just eating
Nice.
fucking cupcakes.
And you guys get to the ship sometime after Run does.
Arya will give little one his cupcake. And then she'll go back to Jasper's door to go knock on it and offer a cupcake.
Asteria will give some of the cupcakes to Dovit and Michael.
Thanks for a cupcake. I appreciate it.
Jasper will just kind of crack the door open.
Arya
Yes.
just kind of puts her hand in holding out a chocolate cupcake. I bought this for you. I know you said you're not feeling well and I can't help, but I got a cupcake for you.
Thank you, Priya. I appreciate that. And she'll take it from you and just kind of like set it down on the desk that's next to the door on the other side of the wall. Just do me a favor and reiterate this to Run because I told him earlier. Just keep everyone away from my door for a little bit. I'm just gonna need a couple of days, and that's it.
Arya nods. Okay. And then she'll go set off to go find Run.
You'd find him in his room working on some schematics.
Arya will knock on the door tentatively.
Come in.
She'll poke her head in like, hello, Mr. Run. I got you a cupcake.
Oh, well, lovely, thank you.
She'll hand you the pink and blue swirled one. It tastes kind of funny, but I think you'd like it.
Oh, well, thank you, my dear. I meant to tell everyone. Jasper is a bit under the weather, so she might need some time alone.
She told me that. I bought her a cupcake. But she told me to reiterate with you that we need to stay away from her door, but I didn't know that, and now she kind of
Yes.
scruffs the toe of her boot against the wood floor.
Oh, has Quetzalcoatl came back yet?
Oh, Pretzelquaddle? No. What happened to Pretzelquaddle?
It's gonna be a while.
I haven't seen him. I thought I had him, but now he's no.
Arya sent him with a message
Oh,
checking on her parents.
okay. Because I know she had sent that immediately right after we did that.
Yeah.
So this would be a second message saying, "Hey, I'm really alright." It's like, oh, okay. Like, oh no, we might not see him until we get back to port next time after the dragon. Oh, I got a tip from the baker about the dragon. She says we could try flattery. And maybe we could get on its good side. Like, the dragon's like a bad man. And we just tell them what they want to hear. And maybe they won't hurt us.
Oh yes, that will definitely work, especially with a red dragon. Their ego is quite huge, and uh, they tend to think that they are masters of all things. But that's besides the point. Uh, I wish I could have caught the messenger guild before they left. I really needed to get some. Actually, no, wait. I did make it to the see them because it was the short um session that we had to hurry through.
Oh yeah.
Because I asked to send or if they would send any information regarding this particular dragon. And if they could be able to send or if there'd be a way that they could send a sending scroll case. I believe that's what it's called.
Do you mean a sending stone?
Well, that too, but the scroll case that basically teleports stuff from one scroll case to another. I believe that was
Fax machine?
Huh?
A magical fax machine?
Pretty much.
Yeah, kinda.
I saw that in Critical Role once. I don't know. Where else
Yeah,
have I
that's
seen that.
actually where the idea came from.
Oh, dear God.
Magical fax machine. We're just gonna fax this. It's all right.
Yeah, I think he posted the information about it. Like it's a real fucking thing.
I guess we can find it in D&D Beyond then.
Oh man.
Yeah, it should be in there.
Trying to find. Was it the Dice Roller channel that you put that in? Do.
Hold on a second, let me see something.
Scrolling through all the monsters we were looking at for you to get a familiar form, like the fucking fairy dragon and the floomp. The fucking T-Rex. The fuck is the Jewel of Three Prayers? Oh, that's not it. Or you put information about it in one of the channels. I'm like, maybe we were just talking about it last session. Thank you, dog. That's like way back there. I just found your D12 roll run.
Which one?
It's one from like 625-21 is you rolled a D12 and there's only one thing I can think of the reason why you'd be rolling a D12 for. Why I would have asked you to. And then he tagged me and he said, okay, now what? And I was like, I was just curious.
Thing that hangeth.
That may swing us to the left or the right.
Anyways, but
Here I was thinking a gnome, it should be a D8.
He got a 5, so it still fits.
Oh God, I remember now. Oh my God.
I can't remember why I asked you to roll it though.
Oh my God.
I got an 11 once on a character I'm pretty sure was asexual.
Warren got a fucking 12.
Then I end up rolling a 3 on a hypersexual character.
Oh. It's okay, because I think it was Oscar was the satyr in the other game. I think he rolled a 4.
Oh, is this about the, I think I rolled, the one time I actually did roll for this, he got a 1.
Oh, you wouldn't have had to roll for it.
No, in another game entirely.
Okay.
Yeah.
D&D and the Wang Dang Doodle rolls.
I love this game. Yeah, sorry. Just RP wise, we're gonna be in port for a couple of more days because Jasper's not going to be able to captain this fucking ship right now.
Yeah. I imagine we
Understandable.
just
Which
kinda-
implies no to the pirate quest.
We could do the pirate quest.
Woo.
I'm curious to check on the temple and see if it blew up.
Wait, what
Which
temple?
The one that where I got sucked into the ethereal plane.
Oh yeah.
Kind of curious about that one, whether it blew up or not.
Well, if you were about to head into the ethereal, then we've only been here for a few days, so I don't know if they would have done their experiment yet or not.
Very true, very true. They could still be preparing.
Maybe
let's
that's why.
not deal with a temple that may or may not send us into the ethereal plane. The rest of the party would be kind of fucked if we were in there.
That is
We
true.
found a way out of it
Imagine
last
Jasper
time.
just coming out of her room like, where the fuck is everyone?
Everybody's gone.
Like, great, I can mope for a little bit longer. She'll just go back to her room. She's gonna be able to captain the ship. She needs time.
So we can go beat up some pirates. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought it would be a
Like
good
what?
idea to just be like, oh, hey, I want to give you the captainship, and then I'm just gonna like dip out. Like, you're gonna be totally fine with this, right? It's
Yeah.
like, bitch, what? Give it to somebody else, not me.
Is Torin gone forever? Gone, or will he come back at some point?
It's probably best just to think of him as gone because of his work. He's gonna be moving to second shift, so yeah.
Okay.
That's understandable.
There may be an opportunity at some point for him to move back to first, or maybe even third, to where he would be able to play with us before he goes into work. But it's probably not going to happen by the time we finish this game.
Yeah, speaking
Yeah.
of games and schedules, if I'm starting a new game, I don't even know if I'll be able to keep playing either. But I won't know until, I get hired. I don't even have to do my CBT until the 20th. And then determining if I pass or not, that determines if they will decide to get me going on the next step.
Right.
I gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm hoping I get the TSA pays I think it's a minimum of $20 an hour, and even as part-time, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't get a job, like if I wanted to keep my D&D games, it's gonna probably have to be part-time and work first shift. 'Cause I got a game almost every day of the fucking week. I got every other Wednesday and Thursdays off, and I'm actually about to pick up a game on the Wednesdays that I would have off. That's why, like, whenever Grizz asked, I was like, no, I cannot pick up another game right now. I have one day without a game.
Lucky.
I missed the time when I only had 4 games, and I thought that was stressful.
Right now it's fine, but whenever fall and autumn or fall and winter come around, they're one and the same. But I'll be back out doing my digging and whatnot, rock hounding whenever it's cooler.
Yeah, like I said before, if you want to find agate, then come to Kentucky. You're probably not going to find much Kentucky agate because there's people that go out looking for that shit like crazy because it sells for a lot. But
Oh, I'm sure.
You can find like smaller pieces of just like regular banded agate all over the fucking place.
Geodes every like literally every step you're gonna see a geode.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to do that.
Arrowheads.
Oh yeah, fucking arrowheads out the ass.
I'll have to do that at some point.
That sounds like a cool date.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I mean, like, I got engaged in the botanical gardens. I like those weird nature dates.
Aw.
That's cool.
Yes, I know. I want to.
I'm going to tell my fiance that we should go camping for our honeymoon. Because she's been wanting to take
Aw.
me up to see Quebec City, and she's also been wanting to go camping, so why not combine them at the same time, you know?
Yeah, be fun.
Oh, fuck.
So where to next, guys?
Well, if we're in agreement that hey, while Jasper's moping, we could do maybe see about doing the pirate quest, you know?
Ron is part owner of the ship, so if he thinks he can steer the bitch, then he's more than welcome to take it out of port. But Jasper's staying in her fucking room. She'll probably come out and just be like, "Why are we moving?"
So I think we should all, we're all having lunch and we're all discussing it together then.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So
Yeah.
Ari's like, so there's this quest. We have to take care of some pirates, but I should get a agate for that for little one, and then I think that's going to free up the 1,000 gold pieces that I could put towards the party funds.
What kind of pirates? Like,
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we got details. Just nasty pirates. I think we were told. We have a ship. We
They've kind
have
of been
the.
terrorizing around the port, so it'd probably be good to take them out, even if we didn't get the agate.
Yeah.
Might make people a little more favorable to work with us on some stuff. Just a little bit.
Not like we're gonna be staying for much longer, and we want to take a trip back to get that agate, but we see if there's any other supplies that we need to pick up before we head off to Tomb again, which I'm not looking forward to. So, if we take up any other jobs, then we'll definitely do that. Also, Run's willing to put the cannons on the ship, and we'll
And
have to do that.
yeah, as well as we're looking to make a mobile cannon if we can do that. That'd be that'd be kind of nice. Something that might have a little more bang and whatnot.
yeah, I mean,
I had to stop myself from not falling into the bard stereotype just then.
so normal people are getting terrorized, and pirates are abusing their power. So I would personally enjoy putting them in their place. But it would just be an extra bit of danger that is just before we're about to go fight a dragon.
It's gonna take us a while to get to the dragon, so I don't think that we would be too bad off by the time that we got to the dragon.
Yeah. She did say that if we took that note to the quartermaster or the portmaster, that he would be able to give us more information, didn't he? Or didn't she?
Yeah, but I wanted to talk to the group about it before I did that. Just make sure everybody's cool with it.
Arya nods.
So everybody good with that?
Yeah, I mean, unless we go talk to this guy and he says that they're 300 easiest pirates ever lived, you know?
This is true.
Sounds good to me.
I'll go take him the note. and Asteria will leave the ship and go try to find the portmaster.
All right. Okay, I'm not muted. All right, hold on.
You're good.
Then my mouse cursor disappeared for a second. Well, it's currently charging, so I was making sure I hadn't bumped the thing out and done that. So you ask around until eventually you find the office of this dude. A golden skinned, what at first you take to be a very fancy looking dragonborn, and start realizing he looks a bit more than some kind of dragonborn. Because you're very used to like, Dovit, and you're used to Torin. And this guy looks a lot more dragony than either of those two do.
All right.
This is the harbor
port-
master.
Yeah, this is the portmaster, dude. Zindar.
She will.
Can I help
go
you?
up to him. Yes. I was told to give you this by a merchant in the. Well, what was her name again? For fuck's sake, I can't find it.
I don't think she actually gave us her name.
No, you knew her name to begin with. It was
Okay.
Xanthi.
I was told to give you this note by Xanthi. She was telling me about some pirates that have been causing some trouble.
Yes. They have been raiding people coming into the port. The base has to be somewhere nearby. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to find it. But she has put up a bounty. According to this writ, she has promised you a specific item if you are the ones to handle it.
Yes. But yeah, she was just saying that you might have a little bit more information about dealing with them.
As I said, they've been quite a menace. They have been raiding various ships coming in and out of port. It's only a matter of time before they take on the wrong people.
Do you know how
Do
many
you have
there
your own
are?
ship? He asks.
We do.
I would imagine that Run would be here. Yes, it is called the SS
He kind
Breaking
of looks
Wind.
down at Run, since Run has now... he didn't notice Run there before. I mean, Run is a gnome, so it happens.
As you
Arya's
can
in the
see,
back
we're
of the
very
group.
sneaky.
It's
Sorry.
just a normal day for Run.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm trying to find exactly where on the specifically pirates happen to be, or if they were the very same pirates that you guys fought in a different timeline. Couldn't remember if there was one faction of pirates or two factions of pirates.
Oh God, I hope it's the one that we dealt with in the previous timeline.
Turn out they're like
That would be fucking hilarious. Like, we've already dealt with these guys. We know what they got to throw at us.
Yeah, now you have to deal with them all over again, because sadly they're still alive now. That's
Yeah, but at least we're
unlikely
not
that-
surprised by a were-rat. Or, no, it was a were-boar. That's what it was.
Yeah, were-boar.
Yep.
Not the most intelligent.
Your spiders.
Yeah. Yes. I believe that they might have a base, possibly on the other side of the island, but they most likely have outposts on the little islands nearby. There's at least 3 major captains, and he goes on to describe 3 very familiar captains to you, ones that you've dealt with, except as you're probably hearing that wonderful news that you've dealt with these people, it's might only then, or perhaps before that, dawn on you that these people haven't been taken care of because you weren't there anymore. Time travel problems. But the
Yay.
good side is you do know where they are exactly. You do
Yeah.
know how to get there.
Oh, well, if this is the case, it, it won't take no time at all. Although we are. And he turns back to the crew. Yeah, I think we could be able to handle the problem.
Asteria doesn't know anything about him. We are a very capable group, so yeah, we should be able to handle that problem for you.
All right. So the missive here, and he holds up the piece of paper he handed, specifies that you must bring back the heads of each of the captains, and then you'll be given the reward.
Ooh, gruesome. Very gruesome. But
In other,
manageable.
in other words, you must ensure that you kill all three of them. And you can't just talk them down or find some other diplomatic solution. You're being forced into murder.
Putting them in the iron bands and leaving them on their ship.
Yeah.
We did last time.
Maria's kind of grimacing at the whole kill part, but she's kind of muttering to herself in soft Elvish. I'm like, this is for little one, this is for little one, this is for little one.
Yeah, Asteria will just be like, it is for little one, and these are very bad people.
Blood diamond, but blood agate.
Wait, what? Who did we lose?
Of it.
Divot.
Yeah. You had to go.
So that we can, now that you've chosen a quest, and the fact that you realize that that pirate thing is not that far away from where Hugh Hackinson wants you to go anyway. It is possible that all you have to do is sail around there, take care of the pirates, go take care of the dragon, and then sail back.
Fair enough.
You're still gonna have to deal with the, the stuff in Omu and recapture all those cubes. But unless you have a way of immediately getting yourself to Omu,
We might.
waiting there for a few days until the other guy shows up, who knows?
We still have a gold coin. There's that, but yeah, we kind of already talked about it. We're not going to be able to get there in time to get those cubes anyway, so we're just going to have to go back to the temples to get them.
It'll be fine. No big deal.
I mean, there was only one character that died in one of the temples anyway, so we're fine.
Well. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Buzz's first character died in there. But we'll be fine.
It'll be alright. No big deal.
We had a quite easy time with I think we went into 2 temples before that one, and it all worked out, but then we got to that 3rd one, and that was not good. And after we left that one is whenever we went to the Feywild.
Yeah.
Because we found some place to rest for the night. That's when Aria had her dream. We met Torin, and we went to the fucking Feywild.
Why not?
And then by the time we got back to Umu, he had all the cubes for us already, and we just went straight into the tomb pretty much after fighting with one dude. Or not one dude, but giant T-Rex.
That one.
Feathers.
Yeah, the King of Feathers. God, I don't want to go through that shit again. God damn it, I don't want to go through that shit again.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting time.
He's back to life too.
Yep.
Because Babe was saying, well, we shouldn't have to. And I was like, no, he's back to life. We might have to face him again. Our luck, we will.
Yeah, hopefully this time Ren won't get eaten.
Yeah, Run. Stay with the fucking group.
All right.
Do you really think that that's going to happen?
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Nah.
Do
More
you
likely
want
not.
to die? Because that's 99% of the time when you almost fucking die.
Listen, we can dream.
Yes, that is true. We can.
Dream, Ron.
Wow.
I still love you, Run, even though you're fucking chaotic and try to kill yourself off on every fucking occasion you can.
Oh my god.
All right. Is there anything else you wish to add for this session?
Just that if anybody else knocks on Jasper's door, she's telling them to go the fuck away and leave her alone because she's told them twice.
I feel like Aria gets special privileges, as in no yelling at Aria, but that's about it.
I will say
Michael knocks
that
on
Run
Jasper's door. No, I'm just-
would have passed on the word to everyone.
She's not going to yell at Aria, but she's still just like not going to be the happiest that she had to answer the door after she told Run to make sure no one came near her door.
Don is going to make the request to Run for some fire arrows, just in case we get into a ship-to-ship battle.
Sure. Since we probably have a day or something, I could probably whip up a batch. I can't remember how much the cost would be though. Grizz,
For what exactly?
to make the fire arrows.
What materials do you currently have?
Huh?
I said, what materials do you currently have?
Right now, I have no idea.
I mean, we're in port, so he could probably get the materials.
I'll also bring up that through concentration, I can make a quiver of quiver containing arrows or bolts. I can make them flame arrows as well. The flame will last for up to an hour.
That'll work. Just something I can set up in the crow's nest and fire even arrows down on their ship, or catch their sails on fire.
Sounds good. So if we run out of regular fire arrows, I can always do that in a pinch, and we'll still have plenty.
That'll work.
All right. Since again we have been in port for so long, any requests you can just like put to the downtime stuff so that we don't, so we can actually, because we were supposed to like leave 2 or 3 sessions ago, and then we got stuck in port for long.
But
So
I'm torn.
yeah, that happens. But I kind of figured that, at this point everything you can buy. Like, you've spent so much time shopping already. It's like, so just please, we can shop. We can do that stuff out of character, in downtime. Yeah. So that we can start off next time actually sailing. Now that you've come up with decided what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm broke, so I can't really go and buy anything anyway.
Because as much as I'm willing to sit here and do shopping simulator with you forever and ever, it's like I don't think everyone wants to do that.
Yeah.
About the only thing I would need to know about the flaming arrows is that what um what rarity would they be? Because that would help figure out the cost. Because I didn't see anything as a actual magic item. At least not in Avery.